In a world cluttered with information, where truth is power, Lawin Weekly News stands apart.
We delve deeper, uncover facts, and bring stories to light. From political showdowns and economic triumphs to the pulse of the street and the heart of the community.
We capture the moments that define us, stories that challenge, inspire, and transform.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Lawin Weekly News providing you this week's headlines. Abbott warns Texas A&M president's position in jeopardy over DEA ban breach. Houston mandates office return for city employees in February. Texas DPS offers higher reward Indiana 1981, Houston area murder case. Southside fire kills 11-year-old, sends firefighters to hospital. Democrats push for overdue plaque honoring January 6 victims, police heroes. U.S. confident in ceasefire progress amid Israeli attacks in Gaza. Philippine consulate in Houston to close on January 20 for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Potasio targets elusive gold with one more attempt. Iconic filmmaker David Lynch dies at age 78.
I am Nesca, and tonight we bring you the latest stories in the United States of America, especially in the state of Texas. So sit back, relax, and let Lawin Weekly News be your guide to the news that matters most. Governor Greg Abbott of Texas has expressed concerns over the leadership at Texas A&M University following allegations that the institution violated the state's ban on diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, initiatives. The event in question involved invitations extended to Texas A&M staff and students for a conference that was perceived to support DEI practices. Abbott issued a public statement warning that any violation of state law could have serious consequences for the university's leadership, specifically noting that non-compliance could jeopardize the job of Texas A&M's president. Abbott, a vocal critic of DEI programs, has aligned with national conservative efforts to limit such initiatives in public institutions. His administration has previously enacted legislation restricting DEI programs across the state. Abbott emphasized that Texas law prohibits public universities from mandating DEI activities even when presented as voluntary or educational events. He argued that these programs can create division and inequality rather than fostering inclusivity. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has issued an order to raise flags to full staff on January 20th, marking a departure from the national mourning period for former President Jimmy Carter. This decision comes as the nation observes 30 days of mourning following Carter's death on December 29, 2024, during which flags are typically flown at half-staff. The national mourning period was initiated by President Joe Biden, who issued a directive for flags to be flown at half-staff to honor Carter, the 39th President of the United States, who passed away at the age of 100. Carter was remembered for his focus on human rights and diplomacy during his presidency from 1977 to 1981. Governor Abbott's decision to raise the flags at the Texas Capitol and state buildings across the state coincides with the inauguration of President Donald Trump. While President Biden's order applies to all federal buildings and grounds, Abbott's directive reflects the autonomy of state governors in determining flag protocols within their states. This decision is in contrast to the federal guidelines, which typically require flags to be flown for 30 days following the death of a president or former president. The city of Houston has announced that municipal employees will be required to return to the office full-time starting in February 1st, 2025. This change brings an end to the remote work and hybrid schedules that were implemented during the COVID-19 pandemic. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner informed city employees of this decision in a letter, stating that the shift aims to enhance productivity and facilitate better collaboration among team members. During the pandemic, like many organizations worldwide, the city of Houston adopted flexible work policies as a safety measure to curb the spread of the virus. As the situation improved, a hybrid work model was introduced, allowing employees to split their time between home and the office. The new directive for a full time return to the office affects a wide range of municipal departments, including public works, planning, and city administration. City officials believe that having employees physically present in the office will boost teamwork and efficiency. The mayor's office emphasized that face to face interactions can lead to more effective problem solving and idea generation. Some employees expressed concerns about navigating work life balance and commuting challenges once they return to the office. However, city officials assure that they will address these concerns and make the transition as smooth as possible. The city of Houston joins other major cities in the US, such as New York and Los Angeles, which have already initiated similar returns for municipal employees. The Texas Department of Public Safety, or DPS, has increased the reward for information regarding a decades old murder case in the Houston area. Karen Lynn Douglas, then 22 years old, was found stabbed to death in her Harris County home on January 6, 1981. The DPS has renewed efforts to gather information related to her murder, now offering rewarding hopes and eliciting new leads. Douglas was discovered dead following what investigators believe to be a violent struggle in her residence. Despite extensive investigations over the years, her case remained unsolved. The DPS has now raised the reward for tips leading to the arrest of those responsible. The DPS, in collaboration with the Texas Rangers Unsolved Crimes Investigation Program, continues to urge the public to provide any information that could assist in the arrest. Douglas was a young mother at the time of her death, adding a layer of urgency to the quest for answers. Her family, who have endured more than 4 decades without closure, have expressed hope that the increased reward might finally bring justice. The city hosted its first ever Lunar New Year celebration on January 17th at City Hall. Organized by the Office of the City Controller's Community Engagement Department and led by Joan Ray, the event was supported by over 60 community organizations. The celebration featured traditional performances, including lion dances, Chinese opera, and live drumming, as well as local food and crafts. Various cultural groups, including Chinese American, Vietnamese, Korean, and Filipino communities, participated in the event. The success of the celebration reflects Houston's commitment to fostering inclusivity and cultural awareness.
Bold conversations, big ideas. Your next step starts here. Tune in to Season 5 of Be Bold, Why Not with MJ Conception. Live every Monday 8 p.m. CST and 10 a.m. PH time. Don't miss out.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today.
City officials in Austin, Texas are exploring potential amendments to the regulations governing properties. The City Council has unveiled a proposal that includes strict requirements, enhanced enforcement measures, and revised zoning rules. The plan seeks to balance the needs of property owners with those of the community, ensuring that rental properties meet safety standards and comply with regulations. Public hearings are scheduled or being scheduled to gather feedback from residents, property owners, and other stakeholders before finalizing the proposal. While many local residents support the changes to preserve neighborhood character and address housing concerns, property owners and rental platforms have expressed concerns about the potential impact on their livelihoods. Discussions are ongoing, and the City Council has not yet set a timeline for implementation. The outcome of this review could influence how other cities address similar challenges in the short term rental market. A bill has been introduced in Congress to rename the Dallas Veterans Affairs Medical Center after the late Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson. The proposal, co-sponsored by Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and Senator John Cornyn, seeks to honor Johnson's extensive contributions to public service and her impact on the Dallas community. Johnson, who passed away at the age of 89 on New Year's Eve 2023, served as a U.S. representative for Texas' 30th congressional district for several decades. She made history as the first American or African American woman to serve on the House Committee of Science, Space, and Technology, where she promoted diversity and advancements in STEM education. Born in Waco, Texas, Johnson's career in public service began in the Texas House of Representatives in 1972, and she later became the first African American woman from Dallas to serve in the U.S. House of Representatives. This VA Medical Center aims to serve as a lasting tribute to Johnson's legacy. If passed, the facility would be officially known as the Eddie Bernice Johnson VA Medical Center. The proposal is currently under review in Congress. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, has officially banned red dye number 3, a synthetic coloring found in thousands of food and drug products after scientific to cancer in animals. The dye used in candies, baked goods, and certain medications has been under scrutiny for decades due to potential health risks. Red dye number 3 has been known to cause thyroid tumors in lab animals, although no direct evidence has been found linking it to cancer in humans. The dye has been banned in cosmetics since 1990, but continued to be used in food and drugs until now. The decision comes after a petition from organizations such as the Center for Science and the Public Interest in Environmental Working Group, calling for its removal. Earlier this year, California became the first state to prohibit red dye number 3 in food products, with other states expected to follow suit. Manufacturers now face the challenge of reformulating products that use the dye, and some have already started transitioning to natural colorings like beet juice and paprika extract. A fire that broke out overnight on the south side of Houston has resulted in the death of an 11-year-old child and the hospitalization of several firefighters. The blaze, which engulfed a mobile home, is now considered a total loss by authorities. The Houston Fire Department responded to reports of heavy smoke and flames coming from the mobile home. Upon arrival, firefighters worked to control the fire and rescue any potential victims, but the severity of the blaze made it impossible to save the home. The child was seen, though their identity has not been released pending family notification. Several firefighters sustained injuries during the firefighting, and rescue escorted to a nearby hospital. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation by local authorities.
Tune into Legal Treats with attorney Eileen Ligote Dizon
every Friday 6:30 p.m. Central Time.
Get your weekly dose of legal knowledge, especially on family matters like divorce, child custody, child support, estate planning, probate and immigration.
Engage in discussion by posting your questions or comments during the show.
See you every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. That would be Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Philippines. Don't miss out.
Democratic lawmakers are pressing for the installation of a plaque on the west front of the Capitol to honor the victims and heroes of the January 6, 2021 attack. The plaque, mandated by a 2022 law, has yet to be installed, prompting frustration among lawmakers who view it as a critical symbol of remembrance and resilience. The January 6th attack saw supporters of then President Donald Trump stormed the Capitol in an attempt to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. The violence led to several deaths, including law enforcement officers. The Department of the Interior, tasked with implementing the 2022 legislation, has faced delays in executing the project. Lofgren emphasized the importance of fulfilling the law's intent to recognize the sacrifices of Capitol Police officers and others who intervened during the attack. Among those honored would be Officer Brian Sicknick, a U.S. Capitol Police officer who died of natural causes a day after the attack. A recent survey by Social Weather Stations, or SWS, revealed a decline in satisfaction ratings for several top government officials in the Philippines. The survey, conducted between December 12th and 18th, 2024, indicated that satisfaction with the performance of President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., Vice President Sara Duterte, and other key leaders decreased significantly in the fourth quarter of the year. Marcos Jr. experienced a drop in his net satisfaction rating, losing 13 points compared to previous assessments. The rating, which measures the percentage satisfied minus the percentage dissatisfied, now stands at plus 19. Duterte also saw her satisfaction ratings fall, albeit by a smaller margin of 6 points, resulting in a net rating of plus 21. While still higher than that of the president, this decline suggests waning public confidence in her leadership. The Speaker of the House of Representatives and the Senate President both faced declines in their respective satisfaction ratings. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court wasn't immune to this downward trend, with satisfaction ratings for the judiciary also taking a hit. Israel and Hamas have reached a ceasefire agreement aimed at halting ongoing hostilities in the Gaza Strip. The deal, mediated by Qatar, the United States, and Egypt, was announced on Wednesday and includes provisions for the phased release of hostages held by Hamas. The ceasefire follows weeks of intense fighting that has caused significant casualties and widespread destruction in Gaza. Details about the number of hostages to be released and the timeline remain undisclosed, but officials have confirmed that the release will occur in stages as part of the agreement. The Philippine consulate in Houston will be closed on Monday, January 20th, in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. For any emergencies during the closure, the consulate can be reached through the emergency contact number 346-256-4522. For regular inquiries or services, the consulate will remain or resume operations on the following business day.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lawin sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel.
The San Antonio Spurs are hosting special watch parties in San Antonio and Austin as they prepare for their upcoming NBA Paris Games match against the Indiana Pacers in 2025. The event, titled Spurs in Paris, celebrates the team's international presence and offers local fans a chance to gather and cheer for the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama, the Spurs standout player, is currently fourth in the All-Star voting for the Western Conference frontcourt. The voting is open until January 20, and fans are encouraged to continue supporting Wembanyama to secure his spot in the prestigious All-Star game. The Paris game holds additional significance for Wembanyama as he is originally from France and will play in front of a home crowd. The Spurs' involvement in global events highlights the NBA's international reach and the team's commitment to growing the sport worldwide. Local businesses in San Antonio and Austin are also engaging with the event by hosting special activities and offering deals during the watch parties. Filipino boxing star Nesty Petesio has set her sights on the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, aiming for the gold medal that has eluded her in past competitions. After securing a silver medal at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, Petesio's ambition remains clear: to become the first Filipina to claim Olympic gold in boxing. Petesio, who has built a career of determination and skill, is also eyeing immediate goals in her boxing journey. She plans to reclaim her title as world champion and defend her gold medal at the Southeast Asian Games. Despite the long road to the 2028 Olympics, Petesio's focus remains sharp as she continues to train for the World Championships and regional competitions. Filmmaker David Lynch, known for his surreal and groundbreaking storytelling, has died at the age of 78. Lynch's family announced his death on his official Facebook page. While the cause of death was not disclosed, Lynch had previously spoken about his battle with emphysema, a chronic lung condition. He passed away in Los Angeles, leaving behind a profound legacy in film and television. Born on January 20th, 1946, in Montana, Lynch's career spanned decades and earned him a reputation as one of the most influential directors of his time. His unique visual style and enigmatic narratives redefined cinematic storytelling and inspired a generation of filmmakers. Lynch's journey into the arts began with a passion for painting, which he studied at the Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts. Actress Jolina Magdangal has become a celebrated name in pop culture, especially for her unique style and memorable songs from the 1990s. Known for her colorful hair accessories and catchy tunes, Magdangal has certainly left a mark on the cultural landscape. However, when asked whether she considers herself a pop cultural icon, she humbly admits to feeling flattered by the label. Rising to fame during the 1990s, Magdangal's distinctive image, characterized by playful makeup, bold fashion choices, and engaging personality, captured the spirit of the era. Her vibrant and colorful style made her a household name, resonating with a broad audience and cementing her place in pop culture. As we brace ourselves for the upcoming weather changes, let's dive into what you can expect day by day. Whether you are planning outdoor activities or just preparing for the week, we've got you covered with the most accurate forecast. Stay tuned with us as we take a closer look at the weather patterns that will impact the region. Remember, here at Lawin Weekly News, we bring you the clearest skies to the stormiest forecasts.
Here's the weather forecast for Houston, Texas, from January 19th to January 25th, 2025, brought to you by Lawin Weekly News. Sunday, January 19th, sunny and breezy in the morning with colder temperatures, a high of 47 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 31 degrees Fahrenheit. Monday, January 20th, very cold with increasing clouds, a high of 40 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Tuesday, January 21st, overcast and extremely cold with a chance of snow, sleet, and freezing rain, a high of 33 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Wednesday, January 22nd, cloudy and cold throughout the day, with a high of 38 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Thursday, January 23rd, rain and freezing rain in the morning, turning cloudy and cold in the afternoon, a high of 46 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Friday, January 24th, mostly cloudy with rain and sleet in the morning, followed by spotty showers in the afternoon, a high of 50 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Saturday, January 25th, partly sunny with milder temperatures, a high of 55 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 41 degrees Fahrenheit. The week will be mostly cold with wintry conditions early on, transitioning to milder weather by Saturday. This is your weekly forecast by Lawin Weekly News.
So those were the latest stories in Texas this week. I am Nesca Santina from Lawin Media Network. Have a great day.
Lawin Weekly News.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Lawin Weekly News.